Good morning, Twitch.tv. Good morning to YouTube as well. And, of course, good morning, Mini Motorways. We are off to Busan for today's daily challenge, where we will begin with 4 traffic lights. And that's all we get, but just in case you were concerned about our ability to manage traffic with, only 4 traffic lights, the game will be kind enough to provide double roundabouts. Haha! Excellent! Oh, we are prohibited from taking a resource, which just in general usually means that everything else that we need is likelier to come up, and you can manage around not having a thing. And also, the thing you don't have to manage around having is traffic lights, of which you have 4. It's not quite the same thing as life telling you, well, we'll give you $1 billion, but that's all the dollars you get. It's not quite like that, but it's a little bit like that. Would society be better if there was a blanket rule that said once you've amassed $1 billion, that's it? You get no more dollars. Maybe? Probably not. At this point it might be worth a shot. It probably wouldn't work out. There would be exceptions made in all of this. Alright, I want to tell you a story because my phone just didn't ding at me but flashed at me, and it reminded me of an annoying thing. And this is what phones are for, reminding you of annoying things. That's why we call them nightmare rectangles. So as you may have heard, or perhaps seen, the underscore Goog is a comically oversized, economy-sized person, right? Big old fat boy in the common parlance of the times. And, as is the case, I have, at times in my life, acquired and then stopped using a treadmill. Shock of shocks, I know. My point is, I'm trying to sell a treadmill on Facebook Marketplace, and it's surprisingly difficult. Like, I kind of expected that this would be over and done in a matter of a handful of hours, and it has now been several days, and I haven't actually gotten any messages. So, either I can't get messages, or and this is entirely possible, I might be asking for too much money for my treadmill. Listen, if anyone wants a treadmill for the low price of take the treadmill away from the underscore Goog, we can figure something out. Also, I desperately need some road here, and we'll take 40 road tiles right off the bat. That sounds lovely. Alright, this dark blue will come over this way. You will swing this way. We're going to wind up using 2 bridges when we didn't necessarily need to, but it'll be fine. It's important to us, I think, that we have this pink coming down here and providing additional support to this business. Also, look at all of these dark blues. I've got so many dark blues that I'm actually going to dedicate a 3rd dark blue just to the square up in the north here. Okay. So, in order to facilitate communication, I re-downloaded, after not having them on my phone for a great long time, I downloaded the Facebook app and the Facebook Messenger app, and both of them have decided that they can just send alerts to my lock screen for no particular reason. And I'm sure I could probably disable these, but honestly, I just want to delete the fucking apps again. I'm at a point where it's like, maybe this treadmill and I are meant to be together. Maybe we're soulmates. It's entirely possible. You don't know that we're not. One thing that I do know that we're not is continuing to do this bullshit as regards all of these businesses. Hold on a moment here. What are we gonna do? Because now we got problems. We got, big time, large-scale difficulties here. I think what we're gonna have to do is screw over this dark blue business. And even then, we might not get this bridge in time. I might have left this too long. This might be doomed. Uh-oh. That's not even... Oh, wait, that might be the evening. Give me a bridge, give me a bridge, give me a bridge, give me a bridge. I'll take 2 bridges instead of a motorway, because I desperately need this bridge and we want to have this bridge continue to exist. And while we're here, we may as well send these pinks. Do I want to... was considering maybe having these pinks up here service this business and these pinks down here service this one. I think in a vacuum that might be a good idea, but we don't live in a vacuum and it would be a major pain in the ass at the moment. So instead, we're just going to do this and it's going to be fine. Now, I think that these 4 yellow cars here can keep this yellow business. Yeah, they can immediately take it out of the doom times and then just go right back into holy shit, let's schlep some dudes mode. And now that the dudes have been properly schlepped, that's it, we're fine. This yellow business is good for, I don't want to say ever, but I'm reasonably certain that this yellow business won't be the thing that ultimately kills me in this run. How about that? So yes, if you are a person who would like a treadmill and is within, say, whatever you consider to be drive and pick up a treadmilling distance of the _Goog, by all means do that. Until then, Facebook will just send me memories such as, oh hey, 4 years ago, I noted that 11 years ago, which means if we do our math, 15 years ago today was the day I interviewed Governor Deval Patrick, which I suppose is nice. That's good to know. Thank you, Facebook memories. Go fuck yourself. Still, always, forever. Now then, what are we doing here as regards this business? Nothing great, honestly. It is Sunday, so we can just kind of chill. If we get a motorway, we might do these 2 blues up to here. That sounds like a not bad idea. Let's do that. We'll take these 2 blues right here, actually. Draw motorway number 1. Do that. Seems reasonable. As to this business, I think what we'll do is this and then this. And the reason we did this first is that this then becomes a perfectly cromulent traffic light. And these 1, 2, 3 yellow houses will come over here and come down that way. So yes, biggest annoyance of the day, and perhaps in the history of the world, it's yet to be decided, the Facebook app is annoying. It's almost as if Facebook, and by extension, Meta, is bad. Wonder if anyone's considered that before. Anyway, we want to restructure this bridge so as to create a little more space for the eventual addition of another bridge going over this way. Hopefully, we can get that bridge involved. Actually, I don't think we can. Alright, well, we're going to have to do something else first, and that's bad, but needs must. Alright, let's do this, and then this, and then this. And we chop that, and this becomes a PCTL. And hopefully this only exists for an in-calendar day and a half. Like an in-universe day and a half, and then we get a couple more bridges. That would be wonderful. But yeah, this business needed dude schlepping with the swiftness. So, oh, hi. Again, more? No, don't tell me more. Stop. No. Oh, God. All right. Give me 2 more bridges. All right, let's see here. Now, we've got problems. We've got trouble right here in River City. It starts with a capital T that rhymes with P, and it stands for Holy Puck, what are you doing? Okay. Crack me up. Next, we're going to... I don't know, actually. I think what I might do is borrow motorway number 1. And by borrow, I mean steal. Let's draw a bridge that does this. And if we draw a bridge that does that, we can then yoinkify motorway number 1. in a moment. You can swing out that away. So this end goes here. That end goes over here. Cool. Nextishly, we've got problems and difficulties. I think that's a fair assessment. What if we had fewer problems and more difficulties? It doesn't necessarily make sense, actually. All right, this road has been poorly constructed pretty much from the moment of its existence, but, well, if we do this, it's just ugly and bad, right? Yeah, it's just ugly and bad. I don't think you necessarily believe that this is the way you should be going and this is the turn angle, but we'll see. We could work that out into something different and better, eventually, one hopes. Next, we'll turn this angle right here and make this another PCTL, and then extend this. That seems... I mean, I understand the concept there, if nothing else. See, I don't actually love the this of all this. So what if we just did something truly horrendous? Like that, and then that. Oh, God. Why? Hey, I have a question for you down here, light green fucker face. Why? That's it. That's the entire question. I'm not even going to bother completing the question with, like, why have, or why is, or why would, or why could, or anything. Just why. Just why? Guys! Friends! Alright, actually, this can come here, and technically we can support, this already, but still, why? Oh boy, okay, man is bad. Alright, let's just do this. We can ping pong motorway number 1 back and forth a little bit, and just alternate which light green business gets the doom screwy. I think if we do that, and maybe also get a motorway, we'll be kind of okay. Can I have another motorway, please? I would like it if I had another... Do I even care about that? I probably should care about that, given the whole yellow situation. Okay. Here. Let's make this life a little bit easier. Specifically, we're going to kill all of this connection. We're going to take these pinks and greens from right here. They're, properly Cosmo and Wanda about stuff. You will come over here, and we'll have motorway number 2 swing into here, and also there, okay? So the 1, 2, 3 of you, and if you really want to get angry, you can also have all of this there. So the 6 of you just come over here and deal with your bullshit, okay? I don't want to hear about it anymore forever. Next. So between that and the back and forthing of this, we can kind of sort of make this work for a little bit. Like we can do the silly shuffle here. And speaking of the silly shuffle, let's run a couple more yellows into this situation, and we'll just redraw this blue bridge such that it goes around things. That will actually be okay. That I don't have a major concern about, pretty much in the slightest. So you can come up over here, and you're going to want to meet that right there. Sweet. So the 2 of you now go into this business, and the 5 of you divide these responsibilities among yourselves. Between yourselves? I guess it's between yourselves. Well, there are 5 of you. So even though there are 2 responsibilities to be divided, they will be divided among the 5 of you? Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah, because it's the 5 that is the among-between decider, not the 2. Okay, this is how grammar works. English is a fucked up language. I don't know if anyone's ever said that before. I might be the first to discover, to really, emphasize for comedic purposes the realization that English is a weird and convoluted language at times. This is novel comedic territory I'm treading here. All right. We'll swing motorway number 1 back down here. This pink business has gone circular, which is... I don't even want to call it fine. It's a thing. It's about all that I feel comfortable saying about it. You are another teal fella. I don't necessarily mind you. You're basically, well, you're here. And we might as well get used to that. That's about all that I'm going to say about it. So, all right. So this green is clearing itself out. That's fine. Give me a couple of roundabouts, because I think we might actually be able to create a more permanent, sustainable situation here. This is going to be bad. This might be doom screwy, this thing I do, but I think it might be okay. Let's start by chopping this pink road, because this pink road is not presently in use. This is only 3 houses, but you have a very short road. I feel comfortable leaving this alone for a minute. We're going to swing this pink house up here, get a 4th going to support this business. That will be okay. Additionally, we're then going to take these 3 greens, which had previously just been doing that. We're going to toss a roundabout right here about. And the roundabout is going to go there, and basically, these 3 greens and these 4 blues are just going to have to deal with one another. The only real, a problem that has come about from doing this is that now these 2 blues are all interconnecty about stuff, which basically means that, hold on. Maybe that's not the worst thing in the world. Maybe I can reclaim a bridge out of this, actually. Because we do this, and then this, doot, doot, and doot. If we do that, and then use these 2 blues as the central force going up this way, I was initially worried that we would have cars going up here, down here through this parking lot, but now all of the blues coming to either of these 2 are going through the roundabout, which, to be clear, is its own flavor of stupid. Its own flavor of stupid is probably the title of the episode. I doubt I'll say anything funnier than that today. Let's see here. Let's open up a new notepad and write that down, because heaven forbid we forget the phrase, its own flavor of stupid. All right. We've also got this blue business over here, and these pinks exist. These houses exist, but we'll see. All right, so you blues do that, support this business. That'll probably be okay. You can... Yeah, I think the answer here is we want to toss a roundabout. Damn it. The specific positioning of all of these houses means there's no good place in here for a fucking roundabout. Oh, that's annoying. Yeah. I think the best I can do is this, just to get these blues down here and then back out this way. Ucky. Oh, I don't like that. That's aesthetically displeasing. Oh, well. That's unfortunate, but it is what it is. We'll do what we gotta do. Okay. So now these blues here go over this thing, and this roundabout is probably the most rat-like-ish I've built in a minute, just because, it's the sole support structure for 3 businesses, 2 of which are circles. That's a very heavy load being borne by this roundabout, and I don't necessarily love that for that. But we'll see. Also, this green business has come into existence, which means we need to construct a much longer bridge than we had previously been doing. So what we're going to do is, well, first of all, we're going to draw this road. This road will be fine. Next, I'm about to... give me a motorway. I've been taking bridges over motorways for most of this run, and that might be, like, the reason my soul's dying or something. You come up here. You go over there. Capitalism and cheeseburgers are probably more responsible for that, but, we'll see. Everybody go. Capitalism and cheeseburgers. The combination that gave us McDonald's. Alright. Hi there. So you're a circle now, and you're presently supported by... Oh. Hi. Interesting. Well, you can go up that way. That's fine. You can go up... Wait. If there's two of you, then I can shoop this bridge away, and now we've reclaimed that bridge. Excellent. Also, we've gotten a fourth house involved going up over this way, which is additionally nice. That seems beneficial for many. What if we combined some efforts here? Let's have these two greenhouses go up there and take care of that. And then, if we get creative, we can have as many as 6 greenhouses supporting this circle via motorway number 1. That seems imminently reasonable. I don't necessarily think we're ever going to do anything with like these two or these two, but, well, suddenly this little green square is the most supported green square in the history of green squares, and, well, I was about to say that if you wanted to go circular, that would be fine, but no. No, that absolutely would not be fine. We've already got a Ratwike going on. We've already got double circles here. No, don't round yourself, buddy. You'll be okay. I trust you. Just don't be dumb about stuff, okay? Please? Thanks. All right, next. You go into here. These greens exist. Hey, you know what? I bet that with the proper application of fuckery, we can smooth out some of this Garbo crap. Because, man, we got a lot of Garbo crap going on. What if, for instance, I think we can trade this roundabout and a bridge. Yeah, if we just pull these 3 dark blues together, murder this roundabout, toss you down here, do this, and chop and kill this entire nonsense, we can replace all of that with motorway number 3. Just like that. Is that the biggest, most pressing issue currently facing these places? No. No, it most certainly is not. However, it seems like a good thing to do. It seems positive. So we're going to do it. And we're going to see what happens. Next, I think the thing to do is we probably want to try to separate... Oh, well, hold on. I was going to say we wanted to separate some of this pink nonsense, but then we have additional pink nonsense. Good morning, Clancy the Crow. Clancy dropping all those lovely hearts in chat. The Mishy Love, the Lillipy, the Oats hugs. Oh, so many cute emotes, including the little crow with the heart in his mouth. Oh, it's adorable. Good morning, Clancy. I hope you are doing well. What are we going to do about... I have an idea. Hold on. Let's chop... Well, we're going to chop this, but only so as to run this road down here. And now motorway number 2 is essentially just dedicated to... It's just for these pinks. I realize that there are like tealy green nonsenses that spawn on it, and that's unfortunate, but the road is basically just for pinks. So you come up to here. We're going to continue schlepping all of these into here, because honestly, why not? You may as well culminate there. Okay. So the 5, 8 of you, and 10 if we need it, can then hop on... let's put the motorway in the middle, actually. Probably separate the traffic flow a little. Is that better? I don't know. That may or may not be better. It feels worse, if I'm being honest with myself. But, We'll take motorway number 4, and we'll swing it down here. Okay. So now we've peeled the greens off of this road. Motorway number 2 is supporting both of these businesses, which is probably bad, but we'll get there. And it'll basically be fine-ish, iffy, maybe. Hey, here's a thought. I've had a thought. Let's draw motorway number 3. To do that, let's take... I think I can reclaim this roundabout, actually. So what we can do is chop and kill that roundabout. Send this road straight up into the southern entrance of this plaza. Chop that bridge momentarily. Then we take a nice, simple, straight, dark green road going up over to here. And these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 greens approach here from the northern entrance. And there you go. So the roundabout goes away, this bridge goes away. The only real problem here is that the end result is we're going to have, once we get this bridge out of the way, 1, 2, 3 dark blue houses fully and totally supporting a circle, which isn't a lot of houses, if we're honest with ourselves. It would be better if it was more houses. However, look at the shortness of that road. Look at that road. Look at how quickly you deal with the backlog of fellas. It should be fine. It should be fine. It may or may not wind up being fine. Hi, Nora. Nora Cat is just sitting on top of my work laptop. I think she's mad at me because I didn't give her wet food today. She has an entire bowl full of dry food and she wants wet food and she didn't get any today and she's mad at me. But at the same time, she's sitting like 4 feet away from me and not running away from me as I pet her. So, she could just be a cat. It's entirely possible that I have no fucking clue what emotions my cat feels at any moment, and that would track. All right. We've got some pinks that have spawned up here, and I think the thing to do with them... actually, it's Sunday. Let's wait until Monday before we do anything special. But I think what we're going to do is draw a bridge over to here. Let's take a motorway, because we didn't have any of them, and the alternative was bridges, of which we have 4. Although it's going to be 3, because what we've done is we've severed the connection between this circle and this square, and now, thankfully, we have pinks everywhere. Because we can have these 1, 2, 3 pinks swing down here, bridge over this way, take care of that business, and that should, generally speaking, be fine. Additionally, hey, while we're here, no, actually, this traffic light is still in. Fuck you! Why? Why would you do such a thing? All right. Well, traffic light here for you. Can the 3 of you support 2 businesses? I mean, probably not, but we'll go for it. We'll give it the old college try, I guess. God. Okay. Pink Spawny here is good. Takes care of this nonsense. You know what would be great is if we could separate this nonsense a little bit more. If we could peel maybe some of this over to here and then do that. And, oh. Hi. The fuck are you doing? All right. We'll take a roundabout. Well, I mean, we do have, like, 4 greens here that are presently doing nuck and fuffin'. So, why don't the 4 of you hop on motorway number 5 and go up that way, and I never have to think about you again. That sounds amazing. I like that. All right. Next, we will... I want to get this pink house involved going over this way, but the crabs might have something to say about that, is the thing. You know, Sam, it's weird that you come in with a crab rave, given that you played Perch Perkins. But I suppose there isn't a Perch Perkins drop. I could find a Perch Perkins drop. I could make a channel point reward that says, like, breaking news! It's a not halfway horrible Perch Perkins, actually. I do have a button on my Stream Deck that goes, which is relevant, sort of. Then again, I also have a button on my Stream Deck that goes,
Dudley, you killed him!
And how often do I use that? Honestly. Anyway, what was I doing? All right, I was trying to figure out ways to separate this. You made friends with the dude who played Mr. Krabs and also the understudy. The crab influence rubbed off. Sam, are you saying that crabs are contagious? I think it was known. I think that was established medical fact. I think we have established this already. This is a fun show. I like doing this show. We have a good time. What are we doing? All right, we're playing Mini Motorways. That's a good video game. Let's play some more. All right, fuck. We'll take a couple bridges, I guess. It seems reasonably. What if you have this green come over to here? Actually, these greens aren't doing anything, are they? If they're on this road. They need to be on that road. Well, there's also this business, which, God, no idea what we're going to do about that business unless, wait, hold, stop. You know, we got this house to spawn. All of the, okay, yeah, this whole double road situation. No, fuck this. None of these are coming anywhere. They're not doing nothing. This is dumb and bad and stupid. So, let's do this. We're gonna central point everything over here. Kill that, kill that, kill that. Okay, order of operations. First, we're going to draw motorway number 6 to have these 5 houses go way to... Where are you going? Oh yeah, you're going way to hell over here. Fine. You 5 go way the hell over there. Then, we're going to move the on-ramp of motorway number 4 to right there and kill this. And now these 6 are just in charge of this garbage. Okay? Everybody, go. Actually, wait. Hold on, stop. I have an idea. Let's separate these yellows. These yellows have been together for too long. It's time to recognize that you don't want the same things you wanted previously. You're different people than you were when you got married. There's no shame in this. You gave it a go, and now it's time for a fucking divorce. All right? You come over to here. You go over there. Great. So now, with the benefit of this additional roundabout, these 6 greenhouses go off and do whatever greenhouses do, but the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 yellow houses right here can solely focus on their big circle, and these 4 yellows can keep this yellow from fucking dying. Okay? Okay. Fine. Hey, how's that yellow I said I'd never have to think about ever again? I continue to never have to think about it ever again. Same deal with this pink. Same deal with this blue and this green. Lots of things are basically okay right now. Lots of things are also doomed, to be clear, but many things are just basically okay. Hey, you got a 4th yellow right after I talked about you. Great! I don't know if anyone's ever going to emerge from that house ever, but just in case, you're fine. Now then, we've got a great many situations going on. I don't see anything in immediate death range. Like, I basically think everything's not necessarily okay, but certainly not on fire at the moment. Is that a fair descriptor? I think that's a fair descriptor. I've got 5 bridges, so we'll take a couple extra roundabouts. I would still like... Oh, this challenge can get ant farmy, and I may be far from done. Oh, Sam, are you saying that there's a big number waiting for me? Am I being up against a big number? I don't necessarily want to have to be up against a big number. Big numbers are scary. All right. Biggest problem is probably this pink situation. Yeah, we've got 3 houses, no wiggle room, no cars and driveways, and they're tasked with supporting 2 businesses. Okay. Well, that seems dumb. Let's fix it. Problem. All of these... Samurai Sam has hit the Twitch Prime button, or the Prime Gaming button. Thank you for the Prime Gaming button. 48 months in the Goog Troop, and even 4 years of Samurai Sam being able to drop all of the lovely Tier 1 emotes, which you see on your screen right now. Emote. Let's take a 6th and 7th bridge, I guess. Listen, we're not going to use a 6th and 7th bridge, but we're also not going to use a 4th and 5th roundabout, so... Oh, thank you again, Samurai Sam. Everyone go follow Sam. Sam hasn't streamed much lately, but also Sam has been in musicals lately, so, you know, those 2 facts may be related. What are we going to do here about pinks? And teals, for that matter. These teals are also fuckers. I kind of wish I had more motorways. More motorways would be the way to solve this problem, honestly. Especially now that this teal circle is a teal circle. Yeah, this needs attention. Okay. Do I have any teals around here that aren't doing nothing? I mean, kinda. Actually, hang on. If you and... No, wait, I can't get you out of there. There's no out there. Fuck. Alright, everybody go. Doot. And we'll ban the bot. Clancy loves the rebrand. Thank you, Clancy. I am a big fan of it myself. Parlor Ghost did a tremendous job. Is this an excuse to show off the starting soon screen again? Yes, it is. It's so good. It's so good. It's so good. It's so effing good. The starting soon screen is good, and the schedule graphic is so good. And hey, what's that? Why? It's a surprise. I had a surprise. Yeah. So the new graphics are excellent. Parlor Ghost did a tremendous job. And on top of that, one of the logos say the Goog with no underscore. Sam, that's always been the case. Like, back when I had the old logo, the word mark that I made myself by slapping a border around a font and calling it a logo, that didn't have an underscore. It has always been the case that there have been things that say the Goog that don't have the underscore. But yes, my Friday in-person job canceled, which means that we're back on for tomorrow's Gimmimimim, and we'll do Dragon Age the Veilguard tomorrow evening, because tonight we are playing Tricastrophe. We are checking it out as part of the demo. Thank you again to the folks at Kanoko Studio for hooking me up with that. I am excited to play Tricastrophe on stream later this evening, but for this very moment, let us be gone with that and onward with a Motorway. Hi, Motorway. All right, Motorway's a very good thing here, actually. I was just about to say that this situation was kind of doomy, but if we do this, and also this, we can then put Motorway number 7 right there, swing these 1, 2, 3 greens, 2 of which had previously been doing nothing. So all of those teals come down here and take care of that. That's fine. You want to go into the roundabout, not by spawning on a road, please. Also, I think you want to go into the roundabout, not by spawning on a road, please. Okay. So, now, hey, wait a second. No, getting this on the roundabout doesn't do anything for me, does it? And if I was to... Nope. Okay. Let's not do that. Yeah, you want to be in the roundabout, but not by spawning on a road, please. Thank you. Off you go. All right. So now, we have sent a little bit more science-y nonsense, I suppose, in this direction. Hey, would it be better if we had a roundabout right here rather than this traffic light? I mean, maybe. This is a very busy traffic light. Hi there, yellow business. I don't like or respect you, but here, have a house. You take care of that. I don't ever want to think about you ever again. Okay, yellow business? You got one in exactly one house. That's all you're getting. Screw off. We'll take a 4th and 5th roundabout rather than an 8th and 9th bridge. God. All right. So what I did is we drew Motorway number 7 to take care of this business. Looks like it's doing well. And we've got this situation going on. Now, we also have pinks and greens here. You know what? Here's an idea. Yeah, there's no path through here that actually connects greens and pinks. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to put a roundabout right here. And into this roundabout will go everything in the world. How about that? Everything in the world just goes into this roundabout. And then some of it comes out here, down that away, and supports this business. And what this does is it lets 4 more pink houses support this circle, and actually it takes a lot of heat off of this terrible area up here. Like, this terrible area is just slightly less bad now, which is good. It's always important to make things slightly less bad. That's like guiding philosophy of your life stuff. Make things slightly less bad, if you can. All right. You want to come up here. We are, in fact, going to make this a roundabout rather than a traffic light. That's probably going to mean something for someone eventually. Okay. This yellow business exists, which is bad. I can toss this yellow house at it right now, but still bad. Do I have a solution to that? No, not really. We have a motorway. A motorway kind of counts as a solution to something, especially if I can find a couple of pinks who aren't doing anything. And you know what? Now that I've added these pinks to the love and maintenance of this business, I think I can pretend that these 3 pinks right here count as pinks that are previously doing nothing. That's not literally true, but we're going to act as though it's true. And so, what we can do is blow up and restructure this pink road. We can just murder kill every last bit of it. Did I chop? Oh, I didn't mean to chop there was a motorway that was going into that circle, wasn't there? Was there a motorway there or a bridge or... I don't remember how I had previously been supporting this circle. Crap. How had I previously been supporting this circle? Does anybody remember? Oh, there was a motorway from here that goes there. Okay. Let's do that again. The world's most dangerous that? No, I don't think that's right. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to draw motorway number 2 for these 1, 2, 3 pink houses to go up over to here. Next, we're going to take these 4 pinks here and run them under this pink business. And we'll run this yellow up and over. We're also, by the way, going to have to redraw this motorway. I just accidentally murder killed it. It'll probably be fine. It probably won't be the thing that costs us the run, but we'll see. You come back over to here just as soon as we get that. You have been rechristened motorway number 8. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Everybody go. Okay. You are temporarily angry about stuff. It's okay. We've got a convoy. Ain't she a beautiful thing? It's gonna be okay. Calm down. Jeez. All right. So you're cool. You're cool with the addition of these 1, 2, 3, and you down here are also cool because these pinks here are doing the yeoman's work. Great. I did just notice that this right here, actually we've got greens that are spawning on this road, which means they could come up that way, which actually isn't bad. I don't mind that. Here, everybody go. You, buddy, I could have sworn that I specifically requested to never have to think about you ever again, comma, you stupid motherfucker. Didn't I say I never wanted to think about you ever again, you stupid motherfucker? Sigh. Alright, you point north, because that's where you ultimately want to go. Now you have 2 houses. Will you shut up now? Are you satisfied with existence? Is your dude demand placated? No. No. You're still more dude needy. The fuck, fella? Alright, this light green is angry. What do we do about this light green? We strongly consider moving... Actually, yeah, hold on. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 light greens here. What if we didn't? What if we had, well, that's only 3. What if we supplemented? We could supplement. Ain't nothing saying we can't supplement nothing. Let's supplement through 2 different means. First of all, I'm going to point these 2 dark blues north so that they do something over here. Secondly? That's not how words work. Secondly, I'm going to realize that these greens exist up here, and these greens up here are the answers to all of my problems. Motorway number 5 is going to come over to here, and now these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 greens are going to come support this green circle, and you're going to be fine forever. Comma, damn it. All right. This yellow business is slowly catching up. I think maybe that was the last time it'll be doom circle-y. Cool. Astonishing. Great. Can you be done now, buddy? Swell. You know what? Keep it. Keep the 3rd yellow house. We'll make do with 3 yellow houses supporting this yellow business, I guess. All right. Everything, ow, my Achilles tendon. It's lovely when you wake up after a day of, working and walking around, and then the next morning you're very specifically the back of your heel hurts a lot. It feels good. It definitely doesn't feel like a sword of Damocles hanging over your head, ironically at the very bottom of your foot, or nothing. It's just good to wake up with rather substantial hobbling pain in your left Achilles tendon. Seems like a fine thing. Anyway, my foot hurts and it's annoying. So as I was saying, I don't remember what I was saying, but these blues here are doing fine work cleaning up this. These greens are presently doing nothing. No, he doesn't give me a boon. He just flirts with me and then fucks off with some guy named Pat. Like, he gives me weapons and stuff, but then he fucks off with some guy named Pat. Son of a... Anyway. So this pink and green nightmare is still... I mean, it's still technically nightmarish, although honestly, most of the work of this pink circle is being done by these pinks down here. And these pinks down here are not even screwing over this green business because we've just overloaded it with dudes. Like, we've got 5 houses supporting this, so it doesn't actually matter too much that it takes a little bit of time to get there. So, for the moment at least, this is just kind of fine. Everything else about this is a little bit screwy. Like, well, this situation over here, say. This situation over here feels a little bit screwy, but it's generally okay. This very motorway in this instance is not necessarily the best thing we've ever seen, but we've still got cars in driveways, kinda. This business is not presently screaming or dying or nothing. This light greenhouse can come up here and provide additional support for this circle, and actually it turns out that that was much needed additional support, so good job, Goog. Hey, while we're on this whole additional support kick, give me a couple of bridges, and why don't we just make life a little bit easier for things. Specifically, I'm going to do that, get a couple more greenhouses going on to motorway number 1 to get over to here, and then this business will now be supported by these 5 guys? Because they're currently doing nothing? Like, I was originally going to say these 2, but I have another stupid idea for something to do with these 2. So, I know this is a lengthy road, but let's just do that. These 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 greens will support this business and everything will be fine. Yes. Yes, that sounds wonderful. Additionally, we're going to do this. Just use a couple bridges, because why not? And we'll toss even more green support from these 3 houses way the hell eventually up over to here. That's truly ridiculous that you guys are covering basically half the map to get over there, but just in case you're needed over there, get over there. It's fine. Yeah, these the little Humpty Hump bridges. It's fine. Listen, Sam, we've got 8 of them. It's okay. It's all right. Do I have any motorways that I could swap out for bridges? I don't think so. I think all of my motorways are pretty strictly motorway needy to be, well, they specifically need to be motorways. So, okay. Although, hey, while we're here drawing bridges that might never actually matter for nothing, we've got these 1, 2, 3, 4 teals right here. What if we did that? Yeah, now you can start schlepping guys over here via motorway number 6 over into this circle. That'll be fine. Hi there, angry yellow business. You're an angry yellow business. Rude. Do I have any yellows sitting around doing nothing? I do! Even more astonishingly, I have... oh, crap. I have to do this. Actually, that doesn't matter. Well, yeah, it does. Okay. So I have to do that, which sucks. But because I did that, I can then do this, and kill that. And now we have 1, 2, 3 yellow houses swinging up here supporting this business. And I never have to think about you again. God. All right, speaking of things I should never have to think about again, this business is mad. Let's take a 6th and 7th roundabout, I guess. I'm going to send 1 additional blue house up on this road going over to here. Samurai Sam notes that the bridge to the right of the Humpty Hump bridges, that would be this bridge right here, you can redraw it going over the bottom left square of land, that would be this square right here, to make it 2 bridges. Then I can make a 3rd little stupid bridge of greenhouses to the left of it. So we could cut this corner with the building of an additional bridge, and then I can somehow swing another bridge in here, maybe? I can grab this. I can grab this house, just cut this corner, come over here. I mean, yeah, I could do that. I'm not gonna, but I see the vision. It's not even a bad vision. I'm just not doing it. I don't think we need it. I think these 5 houses are plenty to support this. That would be silly bridge for the sake of silly bridge, which, okay, is occasionally useful or occasionally enjoyable. These silly bridges are actually like somewhat mechanically relevant here. Like these houses are actually legitimately going over here. And these houses are actually legitimately, oh hi, you're a lovely spawn. I enjoy you, not so much you. Although now that you're here, I suppose we can have another traffic light. Hey, remember that the game gave us 4 traffic lights and said, oh, be careful, be judicious, Goog. You only get 4 traffic lights. Yeah, here we are 7,600 trips later, and we've used 2. There were times at which we had used 3. And then we took some of them back and replaced them with roundabouts, which are better. It amuses me. Todd McFarlane drew a dark-looking comic book character and said, "Oh, you're a nice spawn." Sounds right. That sounds like a thing that happened. Okay. Game, can I have Motorways again, please? This is silly. Give me a 9th and 10th bridge I'm never going to use. I mean, I say I'm never going to use. I've probably used 6 bridges since I said I would never use the 8 bridges I had. I just also acquired 8 more bridges. Oh boy. All right. Man, also, you remember when we were at like 2,400 trips and Sam said, "Hey, just so you know, Goog, there's going to be a moment where this gets all ant farmy and you might have to be, you might have to put up a big old score." And I was like, "Oh, I don't want to deal with a big number." Well, we're at 8,300 trips now. And, this dark blue's starting to get a little bit angry about stuff. Like, I do have. Hi. I do have I have 2 different iterations of camps of dark blues that are presently doing nothing. And, oh, hi. Oh, this yellow actually entered the doom area for a moment. Okay. How do we want to solve that? That's a good question. You know what I could do, which would be stupid, is take a spur off of this roundabout. I could just peel a spur off of here, and that would then involve these yellows? No, that would be bad. That would be bad and dumb. All right, this business has caught up. It's actually fine now. This green is a little dicey. Our teal friend's getting angered. I think that might just be an input-output problem more than anything else, because honestly, hold on. Let's kill this traffic light. Let's kill this connection. I think I know what we're going to do here. We're going to kill this spur of this roundabout. We're going to have all of these greens bring themselves up here into an on-ramp, and then take motorway number 9 and go over there. And that's why the game hasn't given me any more motorways, because it's doing that thing where you get 9 and exactly 9 motorways, and that's it. Deal with it. I understand. I don't necessarily agree, but I understand. All right. No, we've got, I think, a fair number of greens over here on motorway number 6. It's just, It could be. I think it's actually these teals that are going to be the doom parts. Because, yeah, I think, like, all of the teals are getting mad and a lot of the dark blues are getting mad. I was going to motorway these 4 dark blues down to here, but that doesn't appear to be about to happen anymore. Yeah, this teal's on fire now. We might be crashing out just because I can't do anything. I don't have any teals up here. I've got these way over here, but they are, as previously described, way over here. So that's bad. No, we could come up here, swing these into that doesn't make any sense. You know what I could do? Hold on. If I did this, we still get that into the roundabout. But if we do this into the roundabout, that sends more teals going off here, but that doesn't really send more teals going off here, does it? I think we're just about done, actually. I think it's just, is this going to crap out before we hit 10,000? Is the real dilemma now. I don't think there's anything I can do to solve that. Also, it's 8 o'clock in the morning. The show's been going for an hour, and I do have to be on a Zoom call at 9. So, at a certain point, it's worth saying, all right, good job, well done. And I think we may be hitting that point. I think we may be very close, if not already at the point of, well, hold on. Like, your backlog is actually catching up here, buddy. Are we clearing up? Oh, for a moment there, it looked like you were clearing up. And then there came more dudes. Okay. Now it's dark blues that are mad. Now it's this green that's mad. Buddy, how are you mad? I'm bringing dudes from literally half the map over to save your ass. How are you mad? You don't get to be mad. Fuck you. I refuse to be mad about you being mad. Why are you mad? Yeah, it's been roundabouts and bridges for in-game months at this point. Yes, Sam. Dudes from half... Well, okay, but... All right, listen, you're not wrong, okay? I'm willing to concede that you might not be wrong. It's just... Angrage. Okay, if I draw... Hold on. I have the stupidest road ever I could draw. If I draw this, right? You come down here. You sneak in that away. Now these dark blues can support this business. See? These 1, 2, 3, 4 dark blues can get into here to take care of this. That'll be good and fine. I see no problem with that. All right. Hey, you remember when we were wondering if we might or might not get over 10,000? Yeah, well, now we're over 11,000. You know what's going to be the funniest part of this whole thing? The funniest part of this whole thing is going to be when there's a fucking samurai slam. When Sam put up a score of like 15,804. Sam, if you've got a score of 15,804, I don't want you to tell me unless I nailed it. If you got exactly 15,804, you have to tell me. Other than that, don't tell me. But that having been said, geez, what can we even do? You did not, in fact, get 15,804. Well, hopefully that means you got less than that. Although it doesn't look like I'm going to get 15,804 either. So... can I do anything about this dark blue? Not really. Well, I can do that. Yeah, actually, now that I've brought more blue support for this, I can steal these two. I steal these two, that deals more for this, right? Okay. Hey, it's something. It might not necessarily be nothing good, but it's certainly something. Give me a couple roundabouts. Can I fit a roundabout in here anywhere? No? Interesting. I didn't necessarily support that, but okay. Can I rob one of the... No? Okay. I've got these going... No? Okay. Well... Okay, 4 things are on fire and they're all green, so... Now, they're different colors of green, but they're still all green, so... I think we might be doomish. Just a little bit. Hold on. Can I sneak a roundabout in here? No. In here? No. Okay. In here? Yes, but that doesn't do anything, so... Oh! Oh, hi. Oh, I found us a ratwike. Friends, we have a ratwike, and also, well, honestly, that did not kill everything because everything was already dead. So... Alright, 12,550 commuters feels like a good score. I'm willing to say it's a good score. It is, in fact, number 3 in the world. Good God. Holy hell. Okay. We take those. Drop those GGs in the chat. Oh my God. We do in fact take those. All right, friends, it is 8:06 in the morning. The show's supposed to be like 45 minutes to an hour long, so oops. That's going to do it for us here today on Good Morning Mini Motorways. One more time for the stream schedule. We will be back later this evening with Trackastrophe and tomorrow morning, unless I get an assignment that contradicts it, which can always happen, but is presently not scheduled to. Tomorrow morning we'll be back with Gimmimimim. Come back later tonight for Trackastrophe, folks. Have a good day. Bye-bye.